So before we broke, we was going to talk about. You was talking about staring at people. Yeah, and this is a big thing that's seems to be going on at the moment. Is women in gyms filming men looking at them and then posting it on social media calling them creeps.
Not seeing it.
So there's this big old lump that I follow on social media called Joey Swalt, and he gets them sent to him to comment. And I hadn't seen tripods in gyms, but he's talking about tripods in gyms, and there's women setting tripods up, going and training in front of the tripod, and then going, look at this bloke staring at me. And it'll be like a bloke, and it'll be like on the bench press, and he'll sit down like this, and she'll be there, and he'll go, she's like, look at that creep. Did you see him looking at me? And then this Joey Swole comes on, and he's like,
isn't that just attraction, though?
I don't think it's attraction.
Don't
I don't even think it's attraction, because I do that for people on the Smith machine. If I'm sat in a gym, in between sets, boom, just bang them out, sat like this, someone catches my eye, I look at them, like just give them a nod or whatever. If you make eye contact, go back to what you're doing. It's not attraction. It's not creepy.
Okay. So I'm just thinking about, like, girl meets boy, boy meets girl, and like, I don't know, you're walking down the street, you see someone that's, because everyone's got a type, haven't they? Everyone's got something that they find attractive, like in the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever. So if you give someone a glance to think, oh, appreciate that, is that being creepy?
No, I don't think
if
so.
you go over and touch them and go, oh, that's nice, that's creepy.
Or if you sit staring.
Yeah. But girls do it to boys all the time.
So if you was in a gym, sorry, just imagine though, right? You're in a gym.
What are you laughing for? Oh, you're hilarious.
Oh, so let's just pretend you're in a gym.
Let's just pretend like
it's an alternate universe, and the gym.
I go to the gym.
What, in your fucking bed socks?
No, in my leggings.
I like them leggings.
I know.
I stare at you when you've got them on. Does that make me a creep?
No, it makes you my husband.
So, you're in a gym. You've got your best Under Armour leggings on and your little fucking bra top.
I won't go out like that.
No, I'm just saying, imagine you do. Because you've got a body. You've got a fucking body on you. You have. Right? And you're more confident than you are now because you're not very body confident. Even though you should be, because you're fucking hot. It's not because you got a hoodie on. Right? So you're in a gym, yeah? You've set your camera up because you want to film yourself. And you see a guy doing fucking bench press or whatever, and he looks over in your direction. And you've got him on camera doing that.
I'll be like, oh, he thinks I'm cool.
Yeah, so if he looks at you, what's your reaction to that? Genuinely.
Well, I'd be like, what's he looking at? Don't know. I would, maybe I'm a different generation to some of these youngsters, because I think I'd be a bit flattered.
Yeah, that would be my thought. If I saw someone looking at me. But if I look at somebody in a gym, I don't look at them for any other reason than either they've caught my eye or I'm fucking impressed with what they're doing.
Or they've got a nice ass.
Not many of the men have, though, to be fair. But that's the way I see it. But I just think, so then...
Are you on one of these videos coming up on YouTube then and being called out as a creep?
No, but this is the honest truth, right? I was in Pure Gym on Friday, right? And I'm just there, I'm just doing my sets. And this girl come in, and I saw her setting up a tripod. First time I've ever seen anyone set a tripod up in a gym. And this has been all over social media about people having tripods in gyms. Never seen it before. And this girl come in and she set up a tripod, and I went upstairs. I went to train upstairs. Because I thought, well, because it's so easy just to glance at people. And, or even like, I talk to people in the gym. Some of the guys come up and, you on the Smith machine? No, mate, I'm not. What are you training today? Chest. What are you training? Shoulders. Okay, headphones back in, carry on. But I was not fucking risking turning my head in her direction and being on a camera and then being on fucking YouTube as a creep. This creep looking at me. I wasn't. I was just minding my own business. I would have gone. Actually, I'm a they. I'm a they them.
I don't identify as.
I don't identify as a creep.
I don't identify you as hot.
Oh, are you a girl? Sorry, I wasn't sure. I thought I was trying to work out in my head whether you was a girl or a boy or both. Them. I was looking at them over there. Them people. No, not them. Not that. I'm going upstairs.
You get kicked out.
Just out of interest, right? If you've got two people that identify as them, they, what's the plural of them?
Themses.
Thems? Because my nanny used to say thems.
Them
She always used to pluralise let them.
Them sources.
No, you'd say you got some new trainers. She'd say them's are posh. Them's trainers. Them's. So is that what it is? Those.
Yeah.
Those thems.
Those.
You
those
know
people.
Okay, though, if them two lads, them two lasses. What if they're not lads or lasses? You know them two
folks.
And then my dad used to say, no queer as folk.
Don't, because I often call people dude. Just in conversation, and I do it to girls and boys, and that's caught me a sticky wicket once or twice.
I'll tell you a story that's true. Can I tell the story about the van?
Yeah.
So I knew this person. This woman.
Yeah, woman.
Who is a trans woman.
We think.
Hang on.
We think. We don't know.
If there used to be a man and now they're a woman, are they a trans woman or are they a trans man?
Trans woman, I think.
Okay. So
you're not allowed to call them women.
Yeah, woman. Okay, this woman. But then if I just call her a woman, the story doesn't really work, because they were talking about taking some stuff.
Well, they're the roadie, aren't they?
Yeah, talking about taking some stuff in a van, and she said, I've only got a little car. I might have to get myself a tranny van. Fucking hell. I have to get myself a tranny van.
I think the worst thing though is kids, because kids don't get it at all. And I remember being at an event, and we were quite away. I was quite a bit of a distance from you, so I was the other side of the room, and it was all a bit quiet. We were seated with the kids, and I heard our daughter go, "Daddy," and you went, "No." I'm thinking, no, please, no. And all of a sudden, but Daddy, why has that man got a dress on? And you were really good, and you went, I don't see a man with a dress on. I just see ladies. She went, no. And you were like, no, that's definitely a lady. And she sat there as if to say, my dad's on drugs.
As if to say, he's fucking not. Look at her hands.
Stop.
Fucking hairy knuckles.
They've obviously lived a life before, haven't they?
Yeah.
But
anyway.
I just think, live and let live.
I agree. Live and let live.
And
but not everyone does, though, do they?
No, you get some twats in life. But I would imagine the majority of people, the majority of everyday folks, not the Sam Smiths of the world, but the everyday folks living a Monday to Friday job or whatever job they're doing, would just be getting on with it, living their life as they are, and not...
Are you assuming their job identity? They might work Fridays and Saturdays. They might just be weekend workers.
They might be unemployed.
They might. If they're in Boston, there's probably a fucking good chance of it.
But yeah, I just think people get on with whatever they want to do.
I think the problem we've got in society at the moment, there's two sides of it. There's the ones that go, not transphobic, right? Because I know this girl who used to be a boy, but they're fucking wrong. You know, like the olden days in the 80s. I'm not racist because my dad's got a black Labrador, but I tell you what, I ain't going in one of them Asian shops. You got them people. I remember.
Well,
do you remember?
Uneducated and bigoted, isn't it?
Do you remember when I sold my Peugeot to that guy? And do you know what? I don't give a shit if he's watching this, because the guy's a fucking moron, right? He came here to buy my car, and he's someone that I don't know him personally, but people I know him. and he come to buy my car and was out the front. I was showing him round, and one of the ladies from up the road come past, full burqa. We see quite a few of them on this road.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're not far from the hospital, so there's a lot of doctors live down here, isn't there?
Yeah. So, and as she walked past, I went, "Oh, you've got them here, have you?" And
What roads?
I went, "What, women? Yeah, there's women in Boston. No, them with the letterboxes." I was like, "What, postman? Like, I don't know. Look at her." And she was walking, and I was like, "What a dick." So it's them people.
Yes.
Them people are a real fucking problem.
It's unnecessary, isn't it? It's unnecessary. It's uncalled for, and it's ignorant.
But
and I think there's ignorance in the world, and I guess things like the LGBTQ plus whatever other letters you said, lots of their groups and allies are there to educate people as well, aren't they, about some of the challenges?
But then there's the other side of it, the people who are like against the Richard Madelys, who are making a real issue over nothing when, whoa, you don't fucking know what it's like. You need to respect our choices, and you must call me a woman. You must do this. You must. Why haven't we got our own bathrooms? Why won't you do? That's the other side of it. Way too woke. Fucking.
You also get opposing poles of the magnet, aren't you? And then everybody else in the middle.
And two people should be able to have opposing opinions and not fall out.
That's how people learn, isn't it?
Yeah. And going back to the whole Lewis Hamilton thing, and
I talk about diagrams again.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me get this first. Going back to the whole Lewis Hamilton thing and the whole Mercedes. Last year they made their badge on their car rainbow. They put the rainbow on it to show their stand in solidarity with the LGBTQ community, which I think if you're going to do that, that's great. But I personally don't believe that they should have waited until after they'd been to the Middle East to do it. I think if you're going to do that, do it for the whole season. Don't wait until you're somewhere where it's safe to do it. You should do it all the time. And if that's your stance, that should be your stance. That's my opinion. Other people have said, well, actually, they're just going to be, they need to respect the beliefs of the Saudi countries, the Middle Eastern countries. They're respecting their choice not to stand by the LGBT community. So they're waiting until they've not been there, so as not to disrespect their communities. They're waiting until they come back to Europe, where actually it's okay to have that. So that's two different opinions. I'm not saying neither one's right or wrong.
It's like Beckham, isn't it? He was saying, as a ambassador for, is it Qatar?
Yeah.
He could do more good for the communities than by boycotting it. And I think it was Joe Lycett, wasn't it? We got really quite, not even animated. He just was saying, if you're going to be an ally all the time, not just when it's convenient.
Yeah.
So going about opinions.
Yeah.
And
you haven't drawn an arsehole, have you?
No. What's that? What letter do you see of the alphabet?
M.
Right. It's a W.
Okay. That looks like an M to me.
It's a W.
Are you fucking wrong?
Well, I'm not. It's just about perception, isn't it? I see it as a W.
Yeah, but it's not an M.
You see it as an M.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We can see it differently.
Yeah. I respect the fact that you think it's a W, but I think it's an M. And that's how it should go.
Yeah.
That's how life should be.
Yeah.
It's a good example.
Like a box of chocolates.
Life's like a box of frogs. It's fucking mental.
No, it's a bottle of crisps.
A bottle of crisps. So when I was in the army, we used to play this game.
Not a biscuit.
No. It was called Dancing the Flaming Arseholes. Right. And what you used to do is you used to get all the furniture and take it outside and make like an assault course. So you'd have like sideboards and sofas and fucking all sorts. You pull your pants down, push a bit of toilet roll up your arse, so it was long, but it'd be right in your fucking
Does that make
hole.
you gay?
No, it don't make you gay. Only if you enjoy it. And then you'd light the end of the toilet paper, and then you had to do the assault course before it got to you. Just one of them games.
Is that why you've got no hair on your bum?
Yeah. No, but there was a guy that had no hair on his bum because we didn't. I wasn't involved. But they squirted fucking lighter fluid on the toilet roll. And he wasn't looking after he pushed it up. Whoosh, fucking went up.
Oh, that's a bit mean.
It was army though. Not me, it was character building.
You get into trouble for that now.
Yeah.
Lots of things used to happen in the army, didn't it? That doesn't now.
God, I could tell you some stories. Army and prison service. I just don't know what stories I'm allowed to tell legally.
You signed the Secret Act, didn't you?
Yeah, but not just that. Like the prison service, I didn't.
Did you?
I don't think so. I was told I wasn't allowed to talk about it afterwards.
Where did they touch you?
They touched me here. They touched me here. So fucking nice. 20 to 11. Do you think we've talked about enough tonight? We haven't talked about mental health at all, have we?
No. I haven't talked anything about mental health.
Are we going to do a live next week?
Don't know. We'll have to get some scripts. I'll have to plot out what we might have to talk about to go live, so I can think about it.
Okay.
I like Maltesers.
They're not Maltesers. They're Maltesers.
Maltesers.
Sure, I felt. I don't even know if there's going to be enough for two. We might only have a week's worth in this one. So again, genuinely, if you've got any issue with anything we've discussed here, then I'm happy to have anyone on to discuss any issues. Someone comes to me after this podcast and says, "You're fucking
uneducated.
Yeah, you know fucking nothing about the trans. You bang out of order. I think you're fucking transphobic."
Come and educate us.
Yeah, come and educate us. Come and sit in here, eat some Maltesers and educate us, and I will listen to your opinion. And if I'm bang out of order and you're right and I'm wrong, I'll admit it.
I might even change your opinion.
It might change my opinion. I'm not going to be horrible to anyone about it. I'm happy.
What if Sam Smith comes round?
As long as you don't wear that fucking mask with his titties out.
I don't really.
Sorry, as long as they don't come round wearing their mask with their titties out.
I'm just not keen on the feather boa because they make a mess.
I quite like the big pink fucking outfit he wears that makes him look like the Monster Munch monster. That's quite cool. But I think if you're going to dress provocatively as a person in a body that appears to be a man's body, and then throw a fucking wine bottle into a woman's face, got to expect some backlash, no matter what you fucking identify as. I think there's been quite a lot.
Oh, yeah. You obviously heard about it from somewhere because you haven't just woke up and gone, "Oh, Sam Smith, I fancy looking at his their music video."
No, I saw it. That's what I said. I saw it on that guy's YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm happy to sit and have a conversation
with people,
with anyone.
Unless you're a twat.
No, I'll have a conversation with twats. I like having conversations with twats. I love it.
No, you can't have conversations with stupid twats though, because you can't reason with stupid.
No. But I'll happily discuss my opinions with anyone. And if someone wants to say, actually, your opinions are wrong, and this is why I believe your opinions are wrong, and I can then sit there and go, yeah, you got a very good point there, actually.
And that's about.
And if I've offended you, then I'm sorry. I'm not aiming to offend anyone, but this is just how I feel. This is my opinion, and this is how I see things.
That's how you grow as a person, isn't it?
Might not necessarily see them right.
We live in a civilized society where we're evolving and changing and growing, and if you're unable to do that, then you're not very civilized, are you?
No.
May as well go get a club and bonk me on the head and drag me off. But you're not a Neanderthal.
No, we're not Neanderthals, and we're not bigoted.
I hope not. And if we were, it would be
Unintentional.
unintentional and through lack of education, I suppose. Because I grew up in a generation, as you did, where lots of these things were seen as wrong or seen as, or not even heard of. Some of the concepts are very, very new, aren't they?
Being gender fluid. I wish I could understand that a bit more. I just don't. I don't get how you can be a woman one day and a man the next. I just don't get it.
I don't understand it. But maybe that's because, like I said, I don't wake up every day and go, oh, I feel like a woman, but I just feel like me. So maybe.
Easy, Shania. Man, I feel like a woman.
No, but I wake up every day and I just feel like me. But what if I woke up and I didn't feel like me tomorrow?
I wake up most mornings and feel you.
No, but imagine like in your head, if you woke up and you felt that you weren't the same, that you were different.
Yeah. I can understand that it's very difficult for people. And I think there should be, if people need help, they should be able to get help. And I think there should be education on it. And I think if it was my kids or any of my friends' kids or family, you wouldn't want them to struggle and be struggling in their own head. And I think if anyone is struggling, then they should genuinely get help.
And it is mainstream, but like if we talk about any like depression, if you're depressed, you can go to your doctor and you can get treatment or whatever there and then. It's not weird, it's not wonderful, it's not special. You don't have to go to a like miles and miles away. There's treatment available immediately. But if you've got challenges with your gender and your identity and you have to go to a gender clinic, the nearest one's Nottingham from here. So that would suggest that it's not your mainstream everyday thing, that it's few and far between, because people have got to travel to go and get treatment or access services for like gender reassignment and that kind of thing. You've got to travel a good distance. There's a big commitment in what you have to do first before they'll even accept you on the programs.
But in my recent experience, the amount of young people there is coming through services who are identifying as trans is tenfold to what it was 5 years ago. When I first started working with young people, it was unheard of. There was we didn't have any trans young people at all. In any of the resi homes I worked in any of the groups or anything, it's only been in the last couple of years, suddenly there just seems to be loads of trans kids. And that's not a coincidence. The fact that you've got people like Sam Smith going, oh, actually, yeah, now I'm. But he wasn't.
Kids are fickle, though, aren't they? Kids are fickle, and if it feels fashionable,
yeah,
then
like Prime. It's fashionable to drink Prime. It tastes like cat piss, but they all want it. I had to pay 10 quid for 2 fucking bottles.
But yeah, and kids have always followed trends, haven't they? Of things that they think are fashionable. It doesn't mean to say that they're going to do that for their whole life. Lots of kids go through stages, don't they, where they're not sure of their sexuality and they'll experiment and go with different genders and then settle for whichever one they want, but they don't necessarily identify as gay or straight or bi. They're just having a bit of fun with their best mate, and then down the line, actually, no, I like boys or I like girls. Kids will always experiment, won't they? Whether it's with with sex, with drugs, with
rock and roll
culture. It's what they've
with whatever's popular at the time, isn't
what
it?
young people do.
And I think this is popular, but I think if we're saying that they're only trans because it's popular, that's insinuating that transgender isn't a real thing.
No. It's a sticky wicket, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter what you say, it's going to be wrong to somebody.
Yeah. It really is so hard, which is why I was like, when we was going to do this podcast to talk about trans, I was like, can we fucking do this? But I think we can, because you should be able to have an opinion. You should be able to say.
Because I don't think Yeah, I don't think trans people are trans because it's popular, but I think there's an element of people that will explore with things that are popular, and it is in the forefront of lots of things at the moment, isn't it? People are talking about it, not because of people like Sam Smith, I suppose, who's very openly trans and flamboyantly so. Like he's very extrovert, isn't he?
Never used to be though.
No.
So it doesn't. Does it just come on? Actually, I've just decided now. I'm going to be trans and I'm going to wear a basque and have my titties out on telly.
Or maybe they've never felt comfortable being able to, and now within their personal life are in a different space and can do, or maybe they struggled for a long time to be able to identify what it was and have worked it out.
Or maybe they were just shit and irrelevant and now they're not. That's just an opinion. That's just what I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that maybe
He's got a good voice though, hasn't he?
She. Yeah. So.
And if you didn't see the video, you wouldn't know what they were wearing, would you? When you heard them singing. No.
But regardless, the fact that he got away, or he's getting away with, I know they probably wasn't real, but depicting violence towards a waitress by smashing her in the face with a glass bottle shouldn't be allowed.
No. Whether you've got a basque or a suit or whatever on.
In the song Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus, there's a line that says, her boyfriend's a dick, he brings a gun to school, and it censors out the word dick and the word gun. Right? But Sam Smith can smash somebody in the face with a bottle and that's okay. It doesn't make sense, does it?
No. Yeah. It should the video should be banned.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the song, but the video. It shouldn't promote violence.
No. No, not at all. Right.
Violence is bad.
So, if you haven't already watched episodes 1 and all them parts, I'll put a link. And just click on them. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if there's anything you want to hear, what are you leaning over there for?
I was just doing a little bit of product placement.
What? Oh, what's that on the radiator behind you?
I don't know.
Oh, they're very pretty ducks and penguins, aren't they? Hand painted as well.
Hand painted, yeah.
Very nice.
With love.
And if you want to buy one of them, what do you have to do?
You have to go to the Crafts of Hutch on Facebook.
Awesome. So we'll put a link to the Craft of Hutch in the description.
Yeah, we've got to 3 weeks and I've not.
Do you know any help groups for people that are struggling with their gender?
We put quite a few on last time, didn't we, when we spoke about sort of mental health problems and helplines. But
I'll just copy them ones in again. So there'll be some helplines, as always, in the description. I'll put them all in there. So if you are struggling with your mental health, if you've got anything you want to discuss, if you want to talk about anything, ask us a question, leave comments. If you want to come on the podcast, if you want to be a guest, we can try and sort that out.
Give us a topic.
Yeah, give us a topic. And enjoy the rest of your week. Achieve your goals.